So we have a little bit more clarification on the Andrew Tate situation, and if we're going to be completely honest, it's some pretty heavy shit. A lot of speculation yesterday involving a pizza box, and it's like, well, anybody with even just, a little bit of a brain between their ears could figure out, yeah, that probably has nothing to do with it. And really, we were 1000% correct on that one, okay? And then you got brainlets chiming in from all across the entire social media landscape thinking that, oh, it's just funny, Greta burnt you, and then now guess what? You exposed yourself as being a criminal. Bro, when you're as high profile as Tate is, and given the fact, what would be fair to say, 75% of the internet probably hates you, and then the rest of them are just people well, I would say a vast majority of people would come out and say, well, I don't support everything that he says, but he says some good things. It's like, no. If you guys have been watching my coverage whenever Tate is involved, my opinions on him, I pretty much fuck with everything that he does, and I think that he's being railroaded on this one. I said I had my bias yesterday, okay, but I was also fairly right about, most of the shit that I called there. So right after I published that video, he sent out one tweet, okay, he was supposed to be away for 24 hours, okay, held in custody for, that long, and then all of a sudden, this tweet comes out, local Romanian time. I'm not entirely sure, forgive me on that one. I think that they are 7-10 hours ahead of me, so I'm not entirely sure when this came out, but the Matrix sent their agents from Tate's official account, okay? And then, well, we got some information, okay? Andrew Tate ordered held for 30 days on sex trafficking and rape charges. Like I said, it's some heavy shit, but it's just that shit. Really, if we're going to be completely honest. No evidence so far, a lot of speculation, but this is just obviously the first hearing of, unfortunately, more than likely, a whole lot, I would think. Controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate was ordered held for 30 days on Friday, following his arrest in Romania on human trafficking and rape charges. Okay, from, like I said, yesterday, and I'll keep referencing that, okay? People who have been to his compound, people who don't stand to gain anything by, keeping everything secret, had no indication of this stuff, okay? Allegedly, 6 girls have been identified and they were being hid below the floorboards. And it's like, I don't know, man. All this shit seems pretty fucking wild, but we don't really know a hell of a lot. And a lot of people are making up this whole, 30 days held in custody so they won't fly out until an investigation is over. Then you got, all of these experts popping out of the woodworks to just say that they have their JD in Romanian law. And it's like, y'all just need to fucking cool it for a second until there's some actual facts that are there. Because as of right now, this just has the classic hallmarks of a metoo allegation. Like, I don't know, is it your first day out here? Romanian court agreed to extend the former kickboxer's detention a day after local authorities raided his properties and discovered Tate and his brother had allegedly exploited 6 women who were kept as virtual prisoners in some of his luxury properties. Some of it. Oh, but I thought that really needed to catch him when he got back from Dubai and he landed in Romania. It's like, okay, if he was operating like this, somebody with such a high profile, do you actually think that he'd risk going back to Romania only for him to get snatched up? See, things aren't really connecting, but again, no evidence so far. 36-year-old influencer was born in the United States, has British citizenship and multiple other citizenships as well. Had been under investigation by authorities since April. Outside the Bucharest courthouse Friday, his lawyer denounced the extended detention. Again, I don't personally, and I'm not going to claim to know any specifics about Romanian law. Haven't looked into it. I've just done a little bit of searching out here to just try to get some insights into how the coverage is going and what we have for actual evidence so far. So far, we've got 6 alleged women that were being held prisoner. And again, if you know anything about Tate's history, okay, him or his brother Tristan, they've been very vocal and very open about formerly running a webcam business back in the late 2000s. That's how they made their first million. Tristan has also been running, or used to, I think he got out of the game, but allegedly not, because all of these allegations are just like, they're just big sex deviants. It's like, yeah, I don't really know, but Tristan was running some OnlyFans girls pages and stuff like that, which is being done by how many different girls and guys out there? And it's like, there's whatever whatever the equivalent of multi-channel networks over on OnlyFans, where they all just pimp each other's products, okay? So these are all things that they have been very open and transparent about. So it's all just very funny that all of this stuff wraps back in. That's why it's so believable in the public consciousness, because everybody is so willing. Because you got the left and the right convening on the Tates right now, because, well, they kind of piss off the left, and the right is sycophants. As for the left, okay, the left, whenever you criticize women for literally anything, it doesn't even have to be what they say, it's just how they feel about it. They will go ahead and they will write you off, and they want to see you cast to the shadow realm, okay? And that's the left, that's fine. But you would think that the right, the sensible side, the facts and logic side, yeah, fuck off, they're just as bad, okay? He has recently converted to Islam, so, all the Christian conservatives are out there, they're like, that's that mean religion that's out there. It's like, you motherfuckers still haven't learned in the past 20 fucking years anything about Islam. Congratulations, you're still as fucking useless as you've ever been. The way that Tate talks about relationships with women, if you actually listen to what he says instead of the clips that are out there, you would understand that he has a very healthy relationship with women. These allegations aside, again, I don't necessarily believe them, but I don't necessarily have the facts on this stuff. So again, with that cast aside, his opinion on men and women is men need to hold themselves accountable, and women also need to be held accountable for their bad fucking decisions. And that also runs very counter to the way that your tradcon base over on the right really just thinks that women would be so much better if men would just take on more responsibility. It's like, it's so fucking warped, okay? Tradcons are just as bad as fucking SJWs. It's the same head, it's different heads of the same coin. Alright, so we'll go back to what Tate's lawyers had to say on this. From our perspective, there are no grounds for taking this most drastic preventative measures, attorney Eugene Konstantin Videnek told reporters, but it's the judge's prerogative. Yes, of course, and we got some more pictures from outside there. Tate and his brother Tristan, along with 2 other men. There was also Tristan's personal assistant that was also remanded, but she was released from custody. Very strange where the woman ends up getting released. If everybody was living at the Bucharest pad, why does the girl get to go free? Anyways, we're busted for allegedly running a criminal organization that lured women and held them for sexual exploitation. Press X to doubt, man. Again, all of these things are just way too fucking convenient. But that's just me. The 4 suspects appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content. Meant to be seen on specialized websites at a cost. Okay, so again, this just kind of sounds like some girls caught some feelings about running cams. I don't know, but yeah, this is from the Romanian prosecutors, who are always going to present their side of the case in the most charitable light as possible. They would have gained important sums of money, they said in a statement. Yeah, but if there was only 6 of them so far, that could be a lot. But it's also, I don't know, man, not really. Tate gained notoriety for spewing hate speech and misogynistic comments. That's why there is nobody outside of a very select few people that are actually coming to his defense on this one, okay? Even just taking a look at the facts, it's like, don't really know all that much right now. Yeah, sure, your claims are very lofty, but understanding what he said and what he's done in the past, hearing from people that have actually been to the raided residence, it's like there's no indications of that at all whatsoever. But as soon as anybody wants to put out, hate speech, yeah, that'll attract the right. It's like, somebody gets branded hate speech, but then misogynistic, man, somebody needs to wife up these hoes. We need to take these queens seriously. Men just need to be better. Claiming women were blamed to be raped and they belong to men. See, there we go. Just take his most uncharitable clips that are out there and just totally fucking take everything out of context. I've debunked all of that shit before by just, reciting the words that Tate has said on this stuff. So this is the way that the coverage is going to be. Fucking great, dude. He developed a large online following on various social media platforms before he got yeeted off of all of them, mostly among young men. How can you even quantify that? For touting a luxurious alpha male existence? And that's how I know that the author of this never fucking read it at all whatsoever, or just sees somebody who's in good shape, lives a life of luxury, and it's like, that's somebody who's just claiming to be a phony alpha male. As somebody who's listened to hours and hours and hours of Tate content while doing things that would better my life, of, reading, training, doing research for this channel right here, I'll tell you, I can count on absolutely no fingers how many times he's called himself an alpha male. But that's always the discrediting factor whenever somebody writes an article or does a stupid fucking hit piece video out there on, Tate or Fresh and Fit. Oh, all these fake alpha male types. And it's like, bro, they never, ever, ever refer to themselves as alpha males, and all they do is just spew hate, and they just hate women. And it's like, you don't even listen. I can just go ahead and discredit you, and that's what they're doing right here, and this is all that's going to happen. This week, Tate got embroiled in a digital spat with Swedish climate activist. Yes. Oh, yes. We'll just go ahead and give the most glowing description of Greta Thunberg. Yes, of course, because she's on the right side of this. Anybody against Tate is on the right side of this. It's been like this for a minute. Thunberg got the last laugh, mocking Tate on Twitter after his arrest, writing, "This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes." You had nothing to do with it. But like I said, I had to do some digging. We have to get some inside information on this stuff, and I don't know who this Mario Nauerfall, he could totally be making up everything about this, but he's claiming to have the inside scoop on the hearing proceedings themselves, and he's got a nice little thread right here. I don't know if this is anything to go on. I tried to do some research on this guy, and I can't find anything to discredit him. I'm going to take his words at face value. Like I said, I don't know any of the specifics. I know as of right now, as of recording, Fresh and Fit are running a live stream. I'm going to be checking in on that. They look like they're pulling huge fucking numbers, okay, on that. So I'm going to be doing my research on that. Don't know if there's going to be... There might be an update tomorrow. I kind of doubt it, but maybe there will. Anyways, the Tate Brothers are currently at a hearing. This was 11 hours ago at time of recording, and it'll probably be 12 by the time that it's up. Anyways, the prosecutors have requested a 30-day detention. Obviously, they received that, okay. The judge will assess the evidence and deem whether it is strong enough to file for the extension. I don't know, again, if Romanian courts are different on this, but obviously, the Tates have a lot of fucking money, okay, or at least access to a lot of money, a lot of private jets, okay. They have the ability to get the fuck out of wherever they're at. So if there's any sort of flight risk consideration when it comes to the judge, that would have a lot to say as to why they were slapped with that 30-day detention. I'm just saying, I don't know the ins and outs of the law, but if it's anything like that, if there's some corresponding law associated with that in conjunction with the United States, that would make a lot of sense. Legal opinion, I expect the judge to approve the prosecutor's request. If they didn't have enough evidence in the first place, the prosecutor would have never arrested them yesterday, so my guess is that they'll have something solid against him. I would imagine, okay, the Romanian press are going all out now. The headline just came out. Tate Brothers, mansion, villas, private jet, and a fabulous multi-million-dollar Euro garage. Yeah, that's their pad in Romania, okay. They amassed a pharaonic fortune from sexual slavery. Holy. Being fairly charitable, huh? In 20 minutes, the 24-hour arrest expires, so it can be expected that the judge rules on the case soon. We obviously figured that out. Update. All right, so this is the new stuff here today. All of this stuff is new coverage from me. You might have heard about it earlier in the day. Court has issued their translator, so this may delay the decision for up to a few hours. The decision is whether to extend the detention of the Tate Brothers by an additional 30 days or whether to release them. The accusations expand beyond Romanian territory. Okay, that's some new information. Glad we got this. They're suspected in committing crimes on an international level, including the United States and the UK, at least for sexual traffic. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Judicial surveillance claims that the Tate Brothers were wiretapped and under satellite surveillance for months. So yeah, your pizza box, Greta, had nothing to fucking do with it. Okay, the pizza box claims are not true. There we go. The prosecutor is tough as fuck. Okay, let's see what we got here. It looks like Andrew and Tristan Tate are dealing with a very tough prosecutor. Mr. Stan is a prosecutor behind some of the biggest cases in Romania. Oversaw the case of the biggest drug trafficker in Romania. He's probably, and again, these are some of the most popular people in Romania. So again, you're going to have your biggest prosecutor that's out there. That makes sense. One of the toughest anti-mafia prosecutors who dealt with, well, if this is going to be like a multi-jurisdictional case, it's going to involve whatever the Romanian version of RICO is. Then it makes sense. Okay, he used to work under stress, received death threats. Yeah, that's nice. 24-hour security. Okay, I don't really care about this dude, but that's nice. As mentioned above, Tate's prosecutor presided over Marian Bajan case, infamous drug lord, and found guilty of 4 murder charges. Slightly different situation here with the Tate Brothers. I'm just saying, okay? He's running a whole bunch of different, what are those? Twitter Spaces, right. Okay. Verdict is in. All right, arrested for 30 days with potential for an additional 150 days as investigation continues. They face up to 20 years in prison. Sheesh. Like I said, pretty significant charges being levied here. Some stats that could give you an idea of what to expect from the Tate brothers. Yeah, but he's quoting the Tristan brothers, and fuck those guys. They are liberal shit dicks. So, but of course, a broken clock can be right twice a day. So let's say in regards to Andrew Tate arrest, here are some interesting stats. In 2020, Romanian prosecutors opened 552 new trafficking cases, indicted 234 alleged traffickers, and got convictions on 142 traffickers per U.S. State Department. Cool. Thanks for the tips, bro. Not quite as open shut case as it would be if the United States Fed's office got involved in this stuff. If this was the DOJ case, their prosecution rate is like a fucking 95%, okay? The feds don't lose. Andrew and Tristan Tate's lawyers already appealed the decision. Andrew and Tristan Tate, as well as ex-policewoman, are still under arrest, but Georgina Nagel, Tristan's PA, was released. That's Georgina on the left and the policewoman on the right. Nafu, I've seen the name. Yeah, there's another video that's out there, and Tate's making some claims on it as well. See if we can get any more information before we punch out. The judge in Bucharest, here's from the Daily Mail, same stuff anyways, made the decision to detain Tate along with his brother, personal assistants Georgina Nagel and Luana Radu, a former policewoman. Obviously, yes, Georgina's been released per our good friend Nafal there. Okay, speaking outside the courthouse, Tate's representative, advocate, the Romanian version of a lawyer, advocate. Okay, Constantine told reporters, he already had most of his statements there. We're not at the stage where guilt or innocence is proven, only that we discuss preventative measures. Tate and his companions will be held in the main detention center in Bucharest. They have, however, been granted the right to appeal. The decision is likely to be heard next week, so we'll probably get an update on that. Okay, the group had not been formally charged yet. That's very important. The group had not been formally charged yet. So before anybody starts hopping to conclusions, even though we got some armchair policemen out there, oh my god, Andrew Tate running hose, forcing them to do sex acts for the internet. And it's like, bro, I don't fucking think so. But a couple hours ago, got a message from Tate. The Matrix will only tell you what the Matrix needs you to believe. And that's where we're going to leave this one for right now, okay? I don't know, man. Like I said at the beginning, these charges are pretty lofty. As it stands right now, they're just charges, man. So I don't know where we go on this one right now. I don't know what the Romanian prosecutor's office has. And guess what? Nobody knows what they have. So any hot takes that you see out there are going on half-truths, whole lies, and a whole bunch of fucking salacious bullshit. So we'll wait to see until we get an update. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.